Oh, gee whiz. I wonder what beautiful Twitter has in store for me today.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm gonna have to watch this now, aren't I?
One of the biggest discussions in the Sonic the Hedgehog community is, what race are the Sonic characters?
I don't think I've ever seen this discussion. I seem to remember there was some talk about it when the second Sonic movie came out, but oh, there was also that really cool art that went round of either Sonic getting a haircut or Shadow getting a haircut, and I'll put the image here and the artist here, and that's about all I can think of personally.
So many of these characters were based on different cultural influences.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd love to learn more about that. You're gonna go more into that, right?
If these characters were human, what would they look like?
Oh, so cool. So maybe you commission some artists to do human renditions of the Sonic characters. That'd be a really cool idea.
We're going to find the definitive answer for all of those questions.
What questions exactly? You just said that they were discussing. There was no questions involved.
Is Sonic white? Black? Why does Knuckles really have dreadlocks? And is Rouge really a spicy Latina?
Oh boy.
We're going to be breaking all of this down today by putting each character into a tier list for what race they fall under.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't think putting races on a tier list is a very good idea.
I just want to clarify that this video is satire. Please don't take this seriously.
Could you imagine if every satirical comedy started off saying, hey, we're allowed to say what we want. It's satire. That takes away from the humor. But no, satire is definitely a perfectly acceptable form of humor that never has any controversy surrounding it. Can't wait to see what you've cooked up for us.
I couldn't do this alone, obviously, as a half white man.
I'm like an 8th Indian. Does that count?
I brought my favorite black person.
Hello, hello.
Oh no, maybe I need to call up my black friend too. Hello? What do you mean I don't have any black friends? What do you mean I don't have any friends?
We're just gonna talk about it, have some fun, break down, see what race every Sonic character is.
Cinema.
We're obviously going to start with Sonic.
Blue Hedgehog.
What are we feeling that Sonic is?
A blue hedgehog.
Well, you know, this has been a hotly debated topic. People go back and forth on it, but
He's a blue hedgehog.
I feel there's only one answer here.
I agree. He's a blue...
And that is a white man.
A white dude. Yep. Of course he is.
Let's just take a look at him.
No
That's a
doubt
pose.
in my
That
mind.
thumbs up.
Yep, us white guys do be thumbsing up.
And also just the way he acts in the media.
Which is...
Yeah, you know when he goes like,
What? Where, like,
That's-
let's be honest, I've never seen a black man say that.
I've never seen a white guy say that either. I've seen a blue hedgehog say that.
Here's something that's like interesting though. If you're looking at like 90s Sonic voiced by Jaleel White, ironically,
Right.
like that's a,
Oh yeah, that's a black man.
yeah.
Oh, so it's just the voice actors. We're just going off voice actors because I can do voice actors race because the voice actors have a race, right? Gotcha.
Some would even say a nigga.
Yeah. I can't say that, but you can.
Nigga.
Got to make sure that YouTube doesn't mark this video as for kids somehow.
I can't get demonetized from that. That's just like how they talk.
Oh, buddy.
Yes, he's voiced by a black man, but he does have that swag to him. But then like whitewashed.
I can't believe that they whitewashed the blue blur.
All right, how are we feeling about Tails?
Yellow fox.
Tails is a little conflicting for me.
Little yellow fox.
Like there's two ways you can go with it.
Oh, two. Little yellow fox. Boy genius.
It's either the whitest kid you've seen of all time,
White kid, yep. Silly of me.
or it's like the autistic black kid who's a really good friend.
Wait, I didn't know autism was a race.
Tails likes mechanics.
Okay,
He's a math guy. He likes math.
sure. Alright.
Now I'm black. I don't like math.
I see.
They started giving him goggles in a lot of media. White people love glasses.
I'm learning so much. I didn't know that you could determine race based on glasses or what they do and don't like or what they wear.
I'm feeling mixed. I'm feeling a solid like middle ground. I feel like he's one of those people like I don't identify as anything.
Yep, couldn't have picked a better myself. What are we doing here?
Next up, we got Knuckles.
Red echidna.
Black.
Yep, no, black. Of course, I'm really bad at this.
He's got the dreads. He's got the drip.
Me too. I get the dreads. When my tap drips.
Even once when they like whitewashed his skin.
Wait, what? They did? I mean, classic Knuckles' mouthpiece is pretty desaturated originally, but in Mania and recent models, it's definitely darker than the main cast. Maybe I just missed something here.
Man, look at the
Stand
shoes.
stuff. I know he got the Lego shoes, bro.
Word.
Are we still talking about race at this point?
And then in like for Sonic Boom, they buffed him up.
Boom Knuckles? That's a white man.
Voiced by Idris Elba in the movies. He likes grapes.
Right. You can ask Ricardo. Right before we started filming, I had a grape juice.
I offered him Gatorade or a grape juice. Guess what he takes?
Good to see that we're doing some primary research here.
All right, Amy. Ooh,
Pink hedgehog.
Amy. Amy.
A pink hedgehog.
So there are a few routes that we could go with this.
One of them is a pink hedgehog though, right?
I don't think Amy's black at all.
Yeah.
No, that's Shadow. Amy's pink hedgehog.
She'd be hitting that like these poses and shit.
Amy Rose, more like Amy Pose, am I right?
Get that strong independent type of vibe.
I personally believe that people of any race can be strong and independent.
Amy's boring
Wait,
and bland.
what?
You know,
Bro, Hillary Clinton.
very Hillary Clinton coded. She has like a very Hillary Clinton type of vibe.
Hillary Clinton isn't a race, is she?
She'd be crashing out hella times about Sonic not wanting to get with her. I know so many like women who do that.
I don't even know how to process this, man.
Look at these poses that she's hitting.
We did.
I'm really not trying to disrespect white women right now.
You are.
I think that this is a white girl.
Because she's boring and bland, like Hillary Clinton.
All right, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Definitely a black hedgehog, or a genetic experiment.
Definitely white.
Definitely white.
Definitely white. Stupid.
A lot of
That's not
people
what I'm-
say that he's black because he has black fur, but if you look at the character,
You'll also see that his fur is still black.
the skin, actually Shadow does have a bit of a darker. I've been hearing some Latino arguments brought up.
Yeah, Shadow's mouthpiece is like the same color as Knuckles, but I'd also like to hear some of those Latina arguments. Can we hear them at all?
Because Shadow does love Latinas.
But that doesn't explain why people are saying he's Latina, if you get what I mean. Also, shout out to Jet, his videos are so funny.
I
Who
mean,
doesn't love a Latina?
Your president.
But he has like that cool, like old white man edge.
Does he? I mean, if you think that, that's great, but I've never looked at Shadow and thought, yeah, old white man. Gerald, maybe, you know, the person who made Shadow, but definitely not Shadow himself.
He listens to Deftones, like he smokes cigarettes.
probably some Jack Daniels.
I did that like 10 years ago. Am I old?
If Shadow was like a human, like a little bit of a gray to him, like in a
yeah.
beard or something.
just check him.
Like that cool white dad.
I wish Shadow was my dad.
He's strapped. Yeah, me too.
Dado.
Can we just
Yeah.
appreciate his design for a second?
We're 5 characters in, and we're finally talking about the design more than just skin tone.
All right, how are we feeling about Rouge?
White bat.
That's a Latina.
Latina bat. Yep.
She has a little bit of a darker complexion to her skin.
Back to skin tones to determine race. Got it.
She do be playing. She's like, I like Shadow, but I also
Word.
rock with Knuckles. I've been with plenty Latinas.
I 100% believe you.
They do be slinging lit. They have a lot of children
Low-key
for a
already.
reason.
That doesn't sound like something out the mouth of someone who's been with plenty of Latinas.
Low-key.
They be like bunnies, bro.
Okay, alright.
I
And
see
also
a lot of
Latinas are the
Latinos.
baddest. Latinas are the baddest objectively. Like out of all women,
Oh, we're still going with this?
if you find a good Latina, you'll never see a woman more beautiful than that in your life.
Now, at this point, I thought, hold up, I need to research this guy a little, like, see if there's any red flags out there. Turns out, it's got a little bit of history talking about women like this. So I'm starting to think that the satire might just be a little bit of a excuse for this behavior. But then it was 3 years ago. This guy's like 21. He was 18. He was still a kid, let's be honest. Take that as you will.
Rouge is the baddest bitch in the Sonic universe.
I personally thought Eggman was.
So let's just skip over Omega and go right to Big.
Purple cat.
I think Big is
A purple cat.
an autistic Asian.
Oh, what?
I feel like he'd be chilling in like Tokyo.
So that's 2 for the autistic race tier.
Like Big doesn't talk a lot.
Right.
And like that's where I'm getting like the autism from.
Thank God you aren't an autism specialist then.
So Silver the Hedgehog, he up next.
White hedgehog? Or is he supposed to be silver?
We could very well go white here, but there is a chance he could be Asian as well.
It's now a good time to point out that they're all technically Asian.
I don't see an ounce of melanin in this dude's like body.
That would make him bald.
I think Silver is either a white or an Asian man who's cultural appropriating black culture.
I need to know the reason for this.
Yeah.
Like you heard the way this motherfucker be talking?
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, I need to save the universe.
That just sounds American. His voice actor is American.
I'm feeling Asian. You kind of sold me on that shit.
No one's really talked about that, I think.
I don't think a lot of what you've said in this video has been talked about a lot. Like, Amy Rose, Hillary Clinton,
Next up, we're thinking Blaze.
purple cat.
A lot of people would go Asian with Blaze, but I'm not feeling that at all.
Because she's a purple cat.
I think Blaze might be a black queen.
I mean, sure, why not? I'm pretty sure you're just saying the first race that comes into your head at this point anyway.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh no, we don't think that now. Okay.
Wait, Indian, which is under the category of Asian.
Maybe it's just me, but categorizing like this feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Don't know what it is.
I just noticed this on her forehead.
Oh,
that's
the
big.
gemstone.
Yeah, it does resemble a bindi, which you could have said if you cared even a little bit more about the ethnicities that you're talking about.
She's a princess,
Right.
play with fire.
See, that's why I was saying hold on the big discussion, because, like, you know, they're both purple cats.
See? I told you.
No racial shit, but kind of racial shit. They hold themselves to that certain standard.
Right, and like whenever I've tried like spinning game at like an Asian chick,
Yeah.
it's really hard to get in.
I wonder why.
Indian, but basically
Right.
Asian. Yeah. Okay, Vector the crocodile.
Green crocodile.
Dude,
Oh, come on.
He got his gold chain on.
word.
He loves money.
all about his fucking
He all about his
bills,
bread.
nigga.
Holy shit, we're just straight up stereotyping now, huh? I think the others had plausible deniability, but man, that just went out the window.
But are we feeling like a white Jew or like one of those black Jews?
One of those black Jews.
Right.
Yeah, okay, SBO.
Pink chameleon.
I'd say that's an Asian. Or a foreman, bro.
We got Charmy the Bee.
I like Charmy. He's just like a little guy.
I'm not a Charmy fan, in case you couldn't tell.
You know, I hate the blood flowing through his veins.
That's a white kid. I think he's mixed race. I think he's mixed. I think he is.
No.
I just get the energy from him.
He doesn't have drip.
He's got more drip than most of the naked ass characters.
He's not cool.
You know exactly the kind of kid I'm talking about in high school.
No, not a clue. Hey, wait a second.
I think he's mixed race.
I think you should behave.
All right, next up, Cream the Rabbit.
Cream Rabbit. Pretty easy one.
That's a white girl. That's a little white girl.
No, her name is Cream the Rabbit, not White the Girl.
Right, I don't have
Yeah.
too much to say about that.
Yeah, there's not much to say.
There's not been a lot to say about most of them. You just kind of lock in the race and then agree with yourself about it.
Next up, we got the Chow.
Definitely an old, edgy, autistic, white, boring, bland Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I don't think we give him a race.
Right, like, what can you say about that?
Yeah.
It's just a little blue dude.
But in all seriousness, though, their video goes on for about another 10 minutes, and it's the exact same shit for the rest of the notable Sonic characters. Now, I mean, no ill will to the creator of this video. I don't think he made it with direct, malicious intentions, but I don't think he should be saying half the things he's saying here. There's definitely some racism and sexism sprinkled throughout this video. Whether he knows that or not, I'll leave that to you to decide. He did say it was satire, so not to be taken seriously. My feedback to the video would be to use this same energy to research the characters, like and their cultural influences, just like they mention at the start of the video that they're gonna do, but they don't. For instance, Rouge was designed with Latin Americans like Jennifer Lopez in mind, or how Blaze was originally going to wear clothes similar to Arabs. These are so much better to back up the claims than...
If you find a good Latina, you'll never see a woman more beautiful than that in your life.
And
Right, and like whenever I've tried like spinning game at like an Asian chick,
Yeah.
it's really hard to get in.
it's overall just a bad look for the Sonic community. Imagine a Latin American woman who's just got into Sonic and they hear you say,
They be f***ing like bunnies, bro.
or a Jewish person hearing you say,
He loves money.
All about his fucking
He all about his
bills,
bread.
nigga.
it just doesn't leave a good impression on them, does it? I think an interesting one that you skipped over that could have been funny was Eggman. You just kind of say that he's a white man in the video, but considering his voice actor is a Zionist, it would have been pretty interesting to see some connections like made there, and I feel like that there's kind of a political relevance that could have been quite comedic in a way, not to make light of what's going on. It's just a bit ironic, isn't it? Much better for the satire angle, if you will. I feel like this is important to call out since it's the Sonic franchise, so kids are going to be watching this, and there's a good chance that they'll be repeating what you've said in the video, which obviously isn't on you as a creator, because like obviously parents should be curating what their children are watching. But as someone who's apparently sponsored by Jax, I felt like you could be doing so much better than this unthought out slop of a video. Also, probably never heard the N-word as many times in my life as in this video. So I do wonder how many kids will be hearing it for the first time and learning about the word from this video. In regard to the format of looking at images to decide race. There's so much on the Sonic wiki or fandom that you could have gone through all their alternate clothes in all the different games that they've had, rather than just using Google Images, clicking around between official artwork and people's fan art. But this is all just my opinion. I don't personally think it's satirical when it's two guys saying the first racially coded comment that comes into their heads, and there's very little thought out humor in this video. A lot of the comments were pointing out the thumbnail too. That's how I even found the video, was someone retweeting it, disgusted by it. I'm not sure if this is just to get clicks, but I think the issue is the whole package that comes along with the thumbnail. So it's like both, really. It's the thumbnail and the video. I should also say that I'm no expert in race or culture in general. They didn't let me do geography in school because it clashed with history, and then I slept through history because they only talked about the German Renaissance. It was kind of boring, if I'm honest. But I still like to think that I have some form of brain and morals. I can tell when someone is trying to be edgy without caring about the people it might affect, for instance. And obviously I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do or anything. I just believe that if you are going to talk about race in regards to characters in a series, it's better to do it respectfully, right? Not just saying whatever racial stereotype pops into your head in that moment. These are characters that people relate to. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I was at least somewhat clear in my messaging here, while also attempting to be a little entertaining in the process. I'd like to make more of these videos, kind of exposing some of the toxicity and discrimination in the Sonic community, but also the Pokemon community, because I've seen some there and I'm quite ashamed of. But I would like to kind of pull these people into the line of questioning a bit more. A lot of people seem to get away with saying these kinds of things, especially with the state of the world right now. But bye, like and subscribe.
Oh no!